All right, so we are recording. So thank you so much for joining me. We're here with Nathaniel Luz from, he's the lead of Dash Nigeria. Thank you for joining us, joining me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure being here with you, Dr. Darren.
Very good, very good. So I wanted to just ask some questions about Dash in Nigeria, some questions about Dash Nigeria, and I also wanted to tell people that watch this video that Nigeria is a very interesting country. On October 29th, the Financial Times had a special report, which was Nigeria at 60, and the Financial Times was explaining kind of how Nigeria very well could be an up-and-coming financial hub in this world. And there was a lot of things that I found very interesting in this special report. But one thing was that the population of Nigeria is 220 million, which is a pretty big number, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, the largest country in Africa by population.
Great. And yeah, and so I'm in America, so we're only 300 some million. So you're basically 2/3 of the US right now. And the predictions for the Financial Times is that you'll pretty much get up to US population in the next decade or so.
Yeah, we have a fast rising population, and most of our population are young people. And that's what makes Nigeria a potential ground for technology and the likes, because we have most of our population under the age of 25.
Oh, great. Oh, wow. Good. So, so I had some questions here. So I'll just start off. First question, what is or are the main goals of Dash Nigeria?
Okay, so the goals of Dash Nigeria is basically to see Dash being used in Nigeria. And how do we want to see Dash being used? Primarily for remittances and for international payments. So those are our goals. We want to get Dash on exchanges, we want to get into the remittance platform. We basically want to see Dash filling the needs where the Naira has not been able to do so. We basically want to see Dash as a bridge to connect Nigerians with the global economy. So that's our goal at Dash Nigeria.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. So your goals are to help people in Nigeria use Dash to make international payments and also receive remittance.
Yeah, that's our primary goal.
Yes, and very good. So and then the Naira, the local currency. So in order to achieve that, you're getting Dash on exchanges and able to be traded against the local currency, the Naira.
Yeah, good. I mean, not just on exchanges, but also on remittance platform, on payment service platforms and the likes.
Okay. Okay, very good. And then, so my next question is, what are the biggest obstacles that Dash Nigeria faces?
Okay, so the biggest obstacle is the fact that we do not have enough infrastructure. So for instance, I was trying to pay for my Grammarly last week, and there was almost no way for me to pay for my Grammarly. I had to go find a way to create an account to the fintech platform that enables me to get a dollar card, then use the dollar card to pay for my Grammarly.
Okay.
So in as much as we've been able to solve the process of sending money from the US to Nigeria, like we did that day, we did a demo together where you were able to send $2 worth of Dash from the US and I received it in Nigeria immediately. We do not have the infrastructure that allows me to send Dash and I'm able to pay for any of my foreign subscriptions. And basically we have loads of foreign subscriptions ranging from our emails to websites, to your Grammarly, your Apple, and basically we have a lot of subscriptions to pay for. And there is obviously no way because our banks limit our card to $100. Some banks limit your card to $20 payments monthly. So how on earth are you going to live with that? We have people who are taking online courses and everything. How do you get to pay? So we have a problem of what I call an infrastructure deficit. That's our first challenge. And our second challenge is the fact that we do not have enough resources to do what we want to do in Nigeria. So we basically get to operate on a shoestring budget. in order to get Dash into exchanges and get a lot. And we have a lot of demand. Like we have a lot of demands placed on us. I mean, we attend to customer support. Basically, when users have questions on Dash, we attend to investors. I mean, in the last few days, I've had to, even though I was supposed to be on a New Year break, I've had to work with a lot of people who were scared of, due to the news from BTech saying that they were delisting privacy coins, including Dash. I've had a lot of major investors reach out to me, exchanges reach out to me, so we offer those support services. And at the same time, we work to get Dash integrated into new exchanges, payment service providers, remittance platform, and all that. But we do not have enough resources to pull this through. So I think
Okay.
that those are our two challenges.
All right. Thank you. Here's one question I have for you. Where is cryptocurrency? Well, let's just recap the answer you just gave. I'm sorry, Nathaniel. So you're saying that that Dash Nigeria needs more resources, and it sounded like a problem you identified that you want to solve is making payments out of the country, and you specifically mentioned Grammarly, but
Yeah.
you also said there's like a list of subscription services that you would want to pay for, but you mentioned how there was a capital control, so you're only allowed to basically spend $20 every every month.
Yeah, some banks allow 20, but my bank allows $100
Okay.
monthly, which is not enough.
Right.
So the two challenges are, one, infrastructure. We have been able to solve one side of infrastructure, which is sending money from anywhere in the world with Dash, and I'm going to receive Naira in my account instantly. So now we have to solve the ability to send Dash out of the country, and the companies abroad receive their local fiat directly in the bank accounts. While at the same time, we need some more resources. And it's important to say that we are currently not funded. I mean, we put up a call for donation and we received donations of less than 2 Dash. I really don't know what we can do with that in a whole month, but we're trying our best to keep up our activities. So we need more resources so that we can even create the infrastructure needed.
Okay, good. So my next question is, where is cryptocurrency volume concentrated in Nigeria?
I would say the business hub of Nigeria, which is Lagos. I mean,
okay.
But we cannot.
So is this at a particular exchange that's online, or like if you wanted to go to the most liquid cryptocurrency market in Nigeria, which one would you go to?
Now, the most liquid market in Nigeria are P2P.
P2P,
they are not in
peer-to-peer.
particular locations. Yeah, they are in WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups. I mean, they control more volumes than any exchange controls.
Okay.
So that's where you get the most. I mean, but then when we want to look at the structure of exchanges, what are the largest exchanges in Nigeria? You might want to look at Quidax, which by the way has Dash, and you might want to look at Ninja Crypto, which also has Dash and the likes.
So it's CoinDAX?
QUIDAX.com. That's Quidax.
Okay. I just made a note. QUIDAX.com. Thank you. All right. So the biggest one is peer-to-peer, and then the next is QDAX.
Yeah, I'm also adding some more for you. Another like 2 more top exchanges. One of them is Ninja Crypto. They've been a solid partner over the years, and the other Roku.com. We just added Dash to Roku. I mean, we're about to launch it just before the BitX news came out. So the team are having some regulatory concerns over going ahead with launching Dash. So initially, we've even been creating a legal document, like a legal opinion on Dash, so that we could, by a renowned law firm in Nigeria, that we could easily pass to the exchanges to relate their fears. So as soon as we're done with the legal document, we'll be able to get it and give to these exchanges and put them in touch with our legal team so that they can go ahead to launch Dash integration. So
did you say that Dash was just launched at a new exchange?
It was about to be launched. I mean, they had to post it at the last minute.
They postponed
because of the BitX news, yeah. So
okay.
We are already working on a legal opinion. So as soon as we conclude that, we hope that's going to convince the exchange to go ahead and launch Dash. Good. I mean, because the basic thing is the exchange are just trying to play safe so that they don't fall into the hands of government or get banned or get fined. So it is our responsibility to allay their fears with our research to say, oh, Dash is not a privacy coin. I mean, Dash basically just uses an advanced form of coin join, mixing
Right.
which can also be used on Bitcoin. So it requires us to do that process, and that's why we're working on a legal opinion on Dash in Nigeria.
Okay, great. My next question, it's actually two-part. It's the same question, but for two different things. So let me ask both questions, and then you can answer. So the question is, do you have any growth metrics? And specifically, there's two questions embedded in that. There's growth metrics for Dash Nigeria. How do you measure the growth and success of Dash Nigeria? And also growth metrics for Dash, like Dash in Nigeria, the use of Dash in Nigeria. So yes, so those are two questions.
Okay, so first off, I'm not sure it's possible to get to track who is actually sending Dash from one wallet to another anywhere in the world. You understand? So how do we measure good metrics? We have to rely on third parties, independent third parties in that sense. And what do
Third
I mean?
parties.
Third parties that we are not paying. So
Right.
for instance, one very good way to measure is if an idea, if a product is picking up somewhere, the first thing you do is you look at the media and you look
Mm-hmm.
at the unpaid media. What are they actually saying? So if you check on Cointelegraph, on Bitcoin News, in the last um, 5 months, we've had over 30 articles on all the top media outlets talking about Dash in Nigeria for remittances, talking about different aspects of Dash adoption in Nigeria. I mean, there
Mm-hmm.
was even a report, there was an arcane research report released last year on cryptocurrency in Africa. They basically did reports on different regions of the world. And they also mentioned that after Bitcoin, that the next coin picking up in Nigeria was Dash. I mean, they mentioned that merchant adoption and some other things. I didn't even get to hear of the report until it was out. I mean, I saw it and you're like, oh, wow. So there's only a report that, though they didn't get the total number of our merchants and some other things, but we could see that, oh, this is an independent report by Arcane Research. You could check out Cointelegraph, you could check out Bitcoin News, Bitcoin K, Bitcoin Africa. We have loads of media and press coverages out there. That's one. Secondly, the second way to measure is how much are new platforms integrating Dash. If it doesn't have good volume, if it doesn't have good adoption, I'm not sure exchanges will be willing to integrate it, especially when we are not paying them.
Right.
I mean, when you come to exchanges and say, oh, I have a token, let's say the name of my token is Nathaniel token, they'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, are you bringing 5 or 6 figures for us to list it? So when we reach out to exchanges, we convince them to list Dash and they can see the adoption. It's the reason they list Dash. I mean, we don't pay for listing. The only thing we could cover is maybe some technical fees or something like that, or maybe something regarding promotion and the likes. We don't pay to list Dash. So why are exchanges integrating Dash every single day? In the last 5 months, we've had about 5 new integrations. Dash was added to Coin Profile for remittances. That was the platform we used that day. Now Dash has been added to Crypto Fully, another remittance platform, exactly like Coin Profile. Dash has been added to FlickPay. It's for remittances, but it's more for the B2B angle. It's not really for individuals. It's more for businesses that want to move funds across Africa. So let's say you
Mm.
have a business in Nigeria and you also have a branch in Ghana. How do you move funds between those countries? FlickPay has added Dash to be able to do that. We've activated Dash trading. I mean, now we have local listing Dash. We had NinjaPay. That's about 6 integrations in 5 months.
Oh,
So
wow.
if there is no volume, if there is no adoption, I'm not sure those guys want to list it because we are not paying them anything. So I'm not sure that
Right.
they want to list it. So that's the way you can measure it from
Okay.
independent third parties. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
And one more thing. I mean, in the last few months, we've been able to get conferences and speaking engagements worth over $20,000 for free. I mean, I headlined the Crypto Fest. That was the event I spoke and you attended. We didn't pay for that slot. I mean, to pay for the slot at which I spoke was about $4,500. And
Right.
right now, I've been also bookmarked again to headline and speak, to give a keynote at the Bitcoin Africa conference happening in March. I mean, the speaking slot I was given would cost $16,500. I mean, and we're
Hmm.
not paying for that. So there has to be something for people to be giving us these opportunities. We've been on Cointelegraph. I'm not sure. I mean, someone was asking, when we got on Cointelegraph if we paid for it. And my question is, we can't afford to pay for it, number one. Secondly, we were not even funded in the month when we
Right.
got on Cointelegraph. We weren't paid by the treasury and we were on Cointelegraph. So
Mhm.
we can't pay for these things. That's the way you want to measure it. We have loads of speaking engagements, loads of press, loads of integrations. I mean, you just got to know that there's something happening on Dash
Right.
Nigeria.
Okay, great. And then, the next question you might not be able to answer directly, or you might not have enough information to answer it, but there's a curious question. Do you estimate that Nigeria has a net inflow of Dash or a net outflow of Dash? So, like if you take all of the mining in Nigeria, all the remittance that is coming into the country, perhaps even people that buy Dash on the international market, would be the inflows of Dash, and then the outflows would be, if you were able to pay for Grammarly with Dash, or buy something internationally with Dash.
At the moment, I think and I strongly believe that we have a net inflow of Dash. And that's
Okay.
because we have more remittances. I mean, we have as of today two, full remittance platforms that will accept Dash and give you Naira. We don't have
Hmm.
any of that for the other way around. And we also
Okay.
have exchanges where people can just receive Dash, convert to fiat and the like. So I think as of today that we have a net inflow of Dash into Nigeria than an
Okay.
outflow. Yeah, I mean, and
All
that's
right.
basic remittances, and it's the same. It's not just for Dash. I must say, it's not just for Dash. It's the same thing for Bitcoin, I believe. And I mean, you can check the data of Paxful and other companies. They always tell you that there is more of an inflow into Nigeria. More people are using crypto for remittances than outflow. But I think in this next decade, from 2021 we're in, I think we'll begin to see a rise in platforms that would enable us to easily spend crypto. Because what the user on the street cares about is the user experience, how easy it is. So I think we'll begin to see an uptick, a picking up in the rise of spending of Dash, like sending
Okay.
of Dash out of Nigeria. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So, there's one last question. Um, in your assessment, how do you assess the political situation in Nigeria?
Okay, so I'm going to answer that in relationship to the economic situation. The political situation is quite stable. We're only having lots of economic restrictions.
Yes. So yeah,
And
like for example, you mentioned the $20 a day payment, um, and that's at the official reserve rate, and then there's an unofficial reserve rate. If yeah, so your bank allows you to make $100 a day or $100 a month payment.
one,
Excuse me.
yeah,
Yeah, month. Okay, that's a big
yeah.
difference. If you wanted to buy something internationally, buy something with U.S. dollars, that's at the official rate, and then your country, like a lot of others, has an unofficial rate of what dollars cost.
Yeah, I mean, we have about $4 to $5 rates, depending on where you're buying and where you're selling. So the
Okay.
government tries to keep the rate at about 380, 390 naira per dollar. But unofficially, when you come to the black market, it's about 480, 470 naira per dollar.
All right.
So if you receive remittances prior to now, if you send me some money to Western Union or the likes, I'm gonna be forced to sell it to the government, to the banks at about 380. Whereas in the black market, I would be selling because by the time I want to pay, when I have to pay for my Grammarly, I paid at about 485 because the dollar card company will sell their dollar to me at a premium. So I paid at
Mm-hmm.
about 485 naira per dollar. So why should I be selling to the government at about 380? I mean, that's
Right.
a huge chapter. And not to talk of the fact that Nigeria, we run a kind of mono economy. We are heavily reliant on oil. And since the pandemic began, it's been very difficult for our economy to pick up. So we
Mm-hmm.
are witnessing what I call the dollarization of the Nigerian economy.
Mm-hmm.
More companies are beginning to price their services in USD. More people are now looking for dollar denominated investment options. Everybody wants to quote their products in dollars. I mean, we had the Naira at the start of the pandemic in March. It was 360 Naira to $1 on the black market. And right now it's about 470, 480. And the question is, who knows what's going to be by the end of the year? So we had the Naira fall by over 30% in the
Mm.
space of about less than 9 months. So what's going to
Right.
happen in the next 1 year, in the next 5 years? So there's a lot of uncertainty around the naira, and more people are beginning to switch into how to keep their funds in USD.
Okay, good. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you so much. That's all the questions I have. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, why we not get why did our proposal not pass? I mean, we're not getting feedback
I
from
don't know.
MNOs. I mean,
I mean,
we're
there's a
not
lot of
getting any
people voting.
questions or feedback from MNOs to say, oh, why, what's happening here? I mean,
Well, I'll put this video out there, and then maybe somebody will be able to help answer that question. But I don't have any insight into that. I do know you've been funded for quite some time. I know that there's been times in the past where you were not funded, and you know, as an observer of that situation, I know you kept a good attitude and you kept working for Dash, and then you got funded again, and now you're going through another one. But I still see that nice, happy, pleasant attitude you've got. So I really appreciate that. So thank you.
yeah, thank you.
All right, good. So I'll thank you very much.